Hi, I'm Eddie from Our Studio Works. Today I'm going to show you how to make this website. This is actually a live website that I've made for one of my clients. That's Mr. Freddie E. Weaver from Midwest City in Oklahoma. So he has a lawn mowing business, and what he asked me is just a simple website for people to get his contact information so that we can get in touch with him if ever we need any of his services. The website itself is based on WordPress. This is the most popular content management system, and if you follow along, you'll be able to make a website like that just as easy. So first thing you need to do is go to this URL. So that's rstudio.works, and you can also find it in the description below. So click on the link and it will take you to this page. So first thing we need to do is choose a domain name. This is the name of your website, and this is how people are going to reach you. For YouTube, for example, that's youtube.com, or Google, that's google.com. For my client, I'll be looking for his business name, but as you can see, I have already bought it previously. So here you can choose the most appropriate one for you. Click select and add to cart. It's going to take you to this page for the privacy protection. Usually it's a good thing to have privacy so you don't get spammed by all these marketing emails. But for here, we're just going to choose no thanks and click on continue with these options. This is going to take you to your shopping cart, and here we can see that it's by default 2 years, but we can choose the domain registration for 1 year. And it's going to cost you about $17 for the whole year. Now we need the hosting. For that, just click on the home link and it's going to take you back to the page where we came from. So step 2 is going to be adding your web hosting. Usually for these kind of small websites, we just choose WordPress Basic. WordPress Deluxe is for more high traffic websites. So just click add to cart to whichever package you want to choose. We can also add a business email or a security certificate, but for the demo purposes, we're just going to go with the basics and check out. Back in the shopping cart, we can see that the default duration for managed WordPress hosting is 12 months, but we can choose 1 month if we want to. The longer duration we select, the cheaper the hosting is going to be. If we don't have an account, we can go ahead and create one or just sign in. Here I'm going to just put in my email and username. And create a good password. Then click on create account. We need to fill in our billing information and credit card details. Then click on complete purchase. Now this is going to start our WordPress installation. Choose a WordPress username for the admin dashboard and a good WordPress password. And click on create. Give it some time to install, it might take a minute or two. We are now ready to launch the dashboard. Right here you can click on no thanks because we are going to do the WordPress setup ourselves. This is the WordPress dashboard. That means that WordPress has been successfully installed on our hosting. Now we just need to attach the domain to the hosting. Click on Attach Domain, and our domain name should show up in the drop down menu, and select the one we just bought. Click Attach and give it a couple of minutes and it should attach it to our hosting. Now if you go to the domain name, you might see a parked page like this. That means the domain has not propagated yet. It can take anywhere between half an hour to 2 hours to get propagated. If you see the domain name in the URL for the dashboard, it means it's working. We will now install the Astra plugin on WordPress. So click on Plugin and Add New. Then search for Astra. This should bring up the first one, the Astra starter sites. Click on Install Now and activate. Once installed, click on the Ready Starter Sites here. Select Elementor and click Next. This will bring us hundreds of professionally designed Astra-based templates. Just select the free ones, which are really good actually, and select which one you want to use for your website. For this client, I'm going to choose this particular template. So click on Preview and it should load the website for us to have a look. So once I'm satisfied with the look of the website, I can just go ahead and import it by clicking on the Import Site button. Once that's done, we can just click on the View Site and then it's going to take us to the actual live site. Anybody using that domain name can now access the website. The only thing left to do now is customize the template to our needs. But before we do that, just make sure you are subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell to make sure you receive all the new videos that I'm gonna post. Okay, let's get to it. Make sure you are logged in as the admin in the dashboard and click on Edit with Elementor. This is gonna bring up the Elementor toolbar. And here it's just a matter of drag and drop to customize that website. So I want to change the text here. Just select it and start typing away. To change the style of the text, click on Style, click on Typography, and then here you can change the size of the text and a whole lot of other options. I want to add some more text, so click on the Component button, choose Heading and drop it under the text. So I'm also going to customize this text. As you can see, the color needs to be changed here and it needs to be aligned. I also want to change the text in the call to action button. So on the left hand side, I can just change the text of the button there. Let's keep on customizing the text throughout the website. You can delete an element by right-clicking on it and select delete. You can even drag and drop existing elements on the page. I am now going to change the background picture of the header. We can go to a website called Pexels, which has royalty-free pictures that we can use. So look for a landscaping background. I think this one will do. Make sure you choose nice pictures because with these kind of websites, the quality of the picture is very important. So choose the large one and download. Now select the background header, go to Style, click on the image and upload the new one. The new image is now in your media library. Just click Insert Media and it should appear on your website. The image looks a bit dark, but that's because there is a background overlay on it. So we are going to reduce the opacity of that overlay. To view your changes, click Update at the bottom and click the preview icon next to it. You can adjust the position of all the elements. Select the element, go to Advanced and change the margins. Duplicate elements by right-clicking and select Duplicate. That will insert a new element just underneath it. I want a white background behind this component, so I'm just gonna remove all the colors and overlay behind it. We are now going to insert a form on the page. So go to the toolbar, scroll down, click on WordPress and look for the WP Forms icon. Drag and drop and select the form you want. WP Forms doesn't come by default with WordPress. So if you don't see the icon, make sure you install the plugin. As you can see, the form is taking the whole width of the content and we want to change the width. We can do that using the custom positioning. So select custom positioning and change the width there. I think some text would look good next to the form, so grab the heading icon and put it on the page. We'll also use the inner section to organize the layout better. Align the text. Add some more text. We could have just duplicated this text box here. We will now change the stock picture for the customer picture. So we'll just upload it to the media library. Once uploaded, click on Insert Media and the picture will appear in the container here. Want to make sure we are taking the whole width, so increase the width to 100% and click on Update. Adding a YouTube video is just as easy. We'll first create a component and then just drag and drop the video icon onto it. It will have a default video on it just for you to have a look. All we need to do now is replace the link with the video we want to show. You can even set the start time and the ending time of the video. That's if you want only part of the video to play. We'll make sure there is some breathing space in between the components. So select the component and add some margin on top of it. We are now going to create a custom logo for the website. We'll use the same color palette, so click on Customize. Go to Colors and Background, go to Base Colors, and then you'll see all the colors on this palette. We'll use the same for the logo. For that, we'll use the Huff Logo Maker, an online tool to make custom logos. You'll find the link in the description below. Click on New to remove the default logo and start building your own. Click on Grid to make it easier to align and add symbol. From here you'll see a large array of different types of logos and symbols, so you can mix and match whatever you feel like looks the best for your website. Click on the symbol to add it to your page. You can change the fonts. There's quite a big variety of fonts you can use there. Change the colors using the color palette we found before. Just copy the hex code and paste it right there. Do the same for the pictures as well. That will keep a consistency in the color palette used. Move the elements around Make sure you are aligning properly to make it look tighter. We'll go to the color palette again for the contour of the logo. Once you're satisfied with the look of your logo, you can just click on save and download, put in your email address and click on save and continue. This should send all the files to your email. We'll now change the logo on the website itself. Go to Layout, Header, Site Identity, and we can change the logo here. Unzip the file you got from your email and select the .png file. Click on Change Logo, drag and drop your PNG file here. Click on Select and crop the image if you need to. We'll put in the correct site title and tagline even though we don't want to display it on the website. This will help with the SEO. Now adjust the logo width. We can change the site icon here. We can use the same logo or have a different fav icon for that one. Click on Publish to save your changes. While we're at it, let's go ahead and change the footer as well. So go back to footer, footer bar, and we can change the text here. We are now going to create the menu. So go back, click on menu, main menu, and add items. We are building a single page website, so we want all the menu items to link to the same page but at different locations. So the way to do that is to add custom links, change the URL to the element ID. And change the link text to whatever text you want to appear on the button. We'll do the same for contact. Actually, I want to change the text on the buttons. I'll just keep it at about. And contact. Then I will delete the previous ones. We can easily reorder the menu items by clicking reorder and clicking the up and down arrows. You can also do drag and drop, but sometimes it doesn't work really good. Now we're going to put the element IDs to wherever we want these buttons to link to once we click on the menu item. The first one is services, so click on the element, go to advanced and CSS ID and type in services. This needs to be the same as the one we gave in the menu button. Remember not to put the hashtag in this one. Same for about section. And for the contact section. As you can see now, clicking on the services button is going to take us to the services section. Clicking on about is going to take us to the about section. And contact is going to take us to the contact section, all staying in the same page. It would be nice to have a sticky header where the header stays on top as you are scrolling through the page, but this feature is not available on the free version of Astra. So if you want that feature, you need to upgrade to Astra Pro version. We need a few icons for the content, so head over to flaticon.com. As always, the link is in the description below, and search for whatever icons you need. This one works for me, so I'm going to choose this lawnmower. And I'm also going to change the color. Remember we had the color palette before, so put the same green in there. I also want to change the direction of the icon, so go to position and flip horizontal. You can now download the icon. Make sure you get the PNG ones which have a transparent background and select the size you want. I'll now do the same for the other icons that I need. To change the icons on the website, go to the icon you want to change and change the image in the image box. We are going to upload a new image, so select the icons we have just downloaded and drop it here. I don't really like how the icon looks thin compared to the other ones, but we'll change that in a minute. I downloaded another icon. I think this one looks better. It looks about the same thickness as the other ones, so I'm going to use it here. Just make sure the icons are the same size by clicking on it and checking the width and height of each icon. So what is now left to do is to put in the real content for the website. So I'm going to change these and speed up the video. A lot of businesses are scared to get a website because they either think that it's going to cost them a lot of money or that their business is too small to need a website. A website doesn't have to cost a lot of money, especially if you're going to do it yourself. Of course, there are some costs associated to the domain names and hosting, but these are only about $125 for one whole year, and you even get better prices if you pay upfront for longer periods. Now, how important is it to have a website and have your presence on the internet? Let me give you an example. Say you have a customer looking for your business. What is the first thing they are going to do when they are looking for you? First thing they're going to do is Google your business name. If your details are not on the internet, you have potentially lost that customer. What they are going to do is take the next business that shows up in their Google search. A professional looking website conveys that you have a serious business, and first impressions count when people are making the decision to buy anything from you. Another thing we are going to look for when we are searching for your business are your reviews on Google, Facebook, or Yelp. And it is very important to have very good reviews on these websites. Most customers will make their buying decisions based on these reviews. So if you're nowhere to be found on these websites, they are probably going to go for the next business. One very simple and easy to use website that I have found is reviewbrute.com. What it does is something very simple. Say a customer just used your service or just bought a product from your shop and you have their phone number. What it's going to do is send a text or SMS to their phone and make sure to remind them to leave a review for that service or product. The SMS will have a link that will direct the customer to either your Google reviews page or your Facebook reviews page. And from there, they will be able to write a review for you. You can find the link for reviewbrute.com in the description below. Another way to bring customers to your website and to your business is obviously paid advertising. You can have paid ads with Facebook or Google, and these work pretty well. Paid advertising has a steep learning curve, but the return on investment is well worth it. Facebook advertising is very effective. It has a lot of data of your potential customers. So for example, you can target people who live in the vicinity of your shop or business. You can even target customers on age range, on gender, and on interest. And what's going to happen is Facebook users who meet these criteria are going to be shown your advertising. And this is what makes it very effective, because you are only targeting the right people who need your product or services. Since Facebook advertising has quite a steep learning curve, I'm planning to make a future video on setting up Facebook ads correctly. But if you cannot wait to get started, I have an ebook called Social Media 101 for small local businesses, and it's specifically for Facebook advertising. It will help you get your feet wet while waiting for the more in-depth video that I'm gonna make. As usual, you can find the link to the ebook in the description below. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking for a little bit now and try to get all these contents done. We also need to make sure that the website looks good on mobile. So one quick tip would be to right click on the Chrome browser, select Inspect, and click on the toggle device toolbar. This is going to allow us to see how the website is going to render on different tabs of screen. As you can see now, it's on the Galaxy S5, and this is how the website is going to render. We can see here that the text needs a little bit more padding on the mobile version. So to do that, we can go to Elementor, look for the text, select it, and go to the Advanced tab. Click on this icon to make sure we are choosing the mobile version. And add some padding to it. As you can see, using WordPress, it becomes pretty easy to build a website. You can make it as complicated as you want or as simple as you want. It's just a matter of adding new pages and customizing it using Elementor. A lot of people will say using WordPress for such a simple website is kind of overkill. As a matter of fact, it is a little bit of an overkill because you could have easily made this website in HTML and CSS, but then you will need a developer to work with you if you don't know any coding, and that can be pretty expensive. And also using WordPress, there is a lot of extensibility to it. So for example, if you want to make an e-commerce website later on, you can easily add a plugin like WooCommerce to it, and it will give you a storefront very easy. There are other solutions available like Wix or Squarespace, and I'm gonna review these ones in a later video. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss these videos. Verify that the logo size looks good on all the screens. So click on this icon to change screen sizes and verify the logo size on it. Note that this is the tablet size, this is the mobile size, and this is the website desktop size. I'm now just making some more finishing touches to make sure everything aligns properly and looks good on the website. Switching devices from the Galaxy S5 to the Pixel 2 will give you a better idea how the website is going to render on all these different devices. So if you can, just verify all of them to make sure they look good. We are now going to modify the form so that it sends messages to our email account. Go to the dashboard, click on WP Forms, All Forms, and select the form that you have used on your page. Go to Settings, Notifications, make sure it is on, and then add your business email account here. So I'm just going to add my email account. Everything looks good, and don't forget to save. WP Forms can do a lot more, so you can further research what you want to achieve with WP Forms. I am now going to make some maintenance. There are a lot of pages that come by default with the template, and I'm going to remove those. So click on Pages, go to All Pages, and you will see quite a few of them that are not in use right now. Since the website uses only the home page as a single page, all the other ones are not needed. So you can either unpublish them, click on Quick Edit, select Draft, and Update. You can select each of them and click on Trash. Or you can select multiple. And in the bulk actions, choose Move to Trash and Apply. There are also a lot of plugins that are redundant, and we are not going to use them for our website. You can either delete them or deactivate them, but make sure you're not deactivating the ones that you are going to use. Good housekeeping of the plugins makes sure we are not open to security issues. Some plugins are not maintained properly and open us to attacks. So there you have it. The website is ready. Just make sure that all the links work properly. As you can see, it has been pretty easy to set up a good looking professional website, and you can do so in a couple of hours. If after watching this video you are still not confident in being able to make your own website, we can surely help with that. Just send me an email on eddie@ourstudioworks.com. We can help you with building your website, digital marketing, setting up your hosting, domain name and business email, as well as more complicated and custom projects. If this video has been helpful to you, don't forget to like, subscribe and share with your friends and business partners. Thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.